This thing is freaking awesome. And with the power of editing, we're in a whole nother place. So, for this is my first ever Figma figure, and I'm saying I love it. As it says here, it's made by Max Factory and Good Smile Company. Figma Action Figure Series. SP109, this is 109th figure. Holy crap. Let's get this guy out of his packaging. Now, something to note, Figma come with their own Ziploc bag they can label, they can put their accessories in. So, they got that going for them. Here we have the figure. Speaking of standing, so another thing I like about Figma is that they come with their own stand. It comes in 2 pieces, which is this, and now to attach the figure to it, there is it's hard to see, a hole, and you just plug that in. Now you just have to stand down. Oh, and you can pose him with a swivel here, hinge joint. You can count that as a swivel. Now, there is 2 other pieces that go on the stand, but I don't use them. I don't need them for. So, now that we have that out of the way, the painting on the sculpting on this figure is, it's I don't know what to say. Heck, they even sculpt the details on the boots, or sandals, discount flip-flops, whatever they are. Now, the only problem I really have with him, he doesn't look up that far, and this is kind of loose. Now, you can't really see it from the box all the way back there. This guy is from Predator 2. So, you know that awful Predator movie? Hating the movie aside, this figure is awesome. Now, I got this at a place called Horror Hound, and think of Comic-Con, but for horror and smaller. And I absolutely love this place. Now, this was my only souvenir, mainly because it was $180. But I have a budget, which is $100. So, oh god, people are talking in the background. Okay, so we don't really have much to say, so let's get on to his accessories. Now, first of all, we're going to start off with his plasma cannon. Plugs right into this hole. There we go. Now, he has a lot of hands, so I'm just gonna go through them all. I'm not gonna put them on because that'll take forever. So you get a hand like this with just a hole. And also, these don't go into the figure. This is put. So that's for holding one of its other accessories, which I'll do later. This also holds one of its other accessories. It's a second grabby hand. A hand that we'll get to later. Open hand. Another hand that we'll get to later. A open hand, a less open hand. And the other 2 hands are just there. For the next accessory, we get a disc. Now this is the disc that the Predators have, which, if you take one of his hands, that weird sitting there, this is the wrong hand. this one, you can actually put it in his hand, and also it fits. You see the holes there, so that means it goes like this. And it fits right into there. And there's this tab right here. Now I'm just gonna remove it because I don't want to forget it there like I normally do. Now, if you take this hand, which looks like it but wider, you get this open disc that you put in his hand. And well, yeah, you can make him yeet it through the air. Now, for the next thing, we're going to need that grabby hand with a hole in it. Take out this plug and take out his spear. Now, in order to put it in hand, you have to take off one end, put it in there, and put it in the other hand. Now that looks cool, but to make it cooler, we take off these ends, which makes it look like he's carrying a big stick, but you can pull out these extended versions. You gotta get them in, and boom! This thing's big. Like it's bigger than the figure. I don't know what you get for being smaller than your gosh darn staff. I forgot to mention, painting and sculpting on these things are really good. You can't really see it through my crappy footage, but the tip on each of these things is red. Another thing for the staff is, again, take off one end of it, slide in here, and attach the other end, and yeah, it's on his back, but I'm not going to leave it there for obvious reasons. For the next accessories, we're going to have to take these out. Since it's very hard to do, I'm going to do that off camera. And now that we got that, we can replace them with these extended wrist blades. And I gotta say, that looks epic. Only problem with them, that one's really loose. So yeah, you gotta be worried about that. You call this a knife? That's not a knife. This is a knife. Mainly because it actually is. And this knife fits. It's kind of hard to get in there, but it fits in this with a tight, grabby hand. And another thing about it, to erase that feeling of dread, fill it in with another face. And you get that closed mandibles, I guess. And for his last one, you get this block looking thing. And you may be like, the heck is that? That don't look like the Predator I know. And that allows you to plug in his mask. And I gotta tell you, that looks epic. And now that we have all the accessories out of the way, we can get to his posability. Now, first of all, I just want to say, this pair has a opening mouth. So, that's on a hinge joint. And now for the actual figure. You have a swivel and a hinge here. It's easier with the stand, trust me. These are wobbly as all heck. The head, can't tell if it's on a ball joint or not, and if you lift it up too far, you start to see that. And then hinge at the hair. Arm moves out that far. Can get a 360. A really loose ball joint. A hinge at the elbow. A ball joint here. A hinge joint. If you rotate the peg, you get side to side. But it's a little more limited on this side. You get a hinge joint here. You get a hinge here, hinge here. You get hinges everywhere, which allows you to get a kick that far and kick back that far. And with all that posability and hinges, get his arms out of the way and you get a beautiful spread. Okay, let's just put that, and then you get a arcing back and a great crunch. You get a knee, which goes back pretty far, and joint here if when you want to straighten out the legs. You get a swivel here with a barely noticeable pivot and a toe bend. So posability, great. The figure, great. I honestly don't know what to say. It's just great. So, picture time. Or stop motion time, I don't know. Yeah, just picture time. I don't know about you guys, but I think this looks epic.